Our portion of Scripture today is Matthew 4 and 10, where Jesus said, "Get thee behind me, Satan, for thou shalt worship the Lord thy God, and him only shalt thou serve." Our prayer point for today talks about during this time of fasting, that God would reveal to you if you have any idols in your life. That word idol, that was very interesting to me. And this question really made me stop and think, what is an idol? Well, if we define an idol according to the dictionary, we'll see things like an item or an object that you worship as God. Well, when I think of that, I think of Exodus 32. In Exodus 32, it tells us the story there of when Moses was up on the mountain. The Hebrews wanted a god. They wanted an idol. They wanted something as a point of contact. And the Bible tells us that they took all their gold, their earrings, and their jewelry, and they made unto themselves a golden calf, something that they could worship. Well, I know I don't have any golden calves at home. I know I don't have no idols up on the mantle that I bow down to or that I worship to. But that's a very narrow definition. Let's broaden that just a little bit. If we look at the very first of the 10 Commandments, if we look at Exodus chapter 20 and verse 3, God says there, "Thou shalt have no other gods before me." Well, that kind of opens things up a little bit more. A false god. Do we have any false gods in our life? Well, what's a false god? A false god is something that you make bigger than the one true God. A false god is something that you make large, something that you put your attention on, something that you put up on a pedestal. Well, what are some of these false gods that we may have in our life? Could it be your education, your career, your finances, sports, maybe even it's your car? Maybe you might think so much of your car that you think more of it than God. So, as we look at this question today, do we have any idols in our life? Let's reword the question. Do you have anything in your life that you're making more important than God? Is there anything in your life that you're putting up on a pedestal? Matthew 6 and 21 says, "For where your treasure is, there your heart will be also." Where is your treasure at today? Have you give God all of your heart? Or have you divided your heart up and just give Him a room? That's questions, brothers, that we can stop and think about and give a little bit of thought to today. Have a good day, and God bless.